So I work a lot with startups and accessing the R&D tax incentive, but there's a little known way you can actually get funding before the government gives you a rebate. I'm joined with David Brennan from Radium Capital. David, how are you doing?
Good. Yeah, good. We're busy and yeah, so far so good. We're coming out of the, slowly coming out of working from home environments, getting back into the office, both our Perth team and progressively with the Melbourne team as well.
Cool. So tell us about how startups and companies can get access to the R&D tax incentive before the government releases it to them.
Yeah, sure. So we started a business, a specialty finance business, Radium, as you said, in 2016, and really started lending in 2017 with a view to advance the receipt of those funds. So we saw that there was particular pressure points in terms of cash flow and cash flow squeeze. And the goal was really to generate a product which we could effectively advance those funds. So instead of a business having to wait 15 to 18 months from the point in which they've spent the money on their R&D project through to the time they lodge their tax return, we wanted to step in at the point in which it was spent, or within a quarter of that, a financial year quarter of that, and advance those funds. So what we set about doing is we built a platform to go down the fintech route rather than doing it all bespoke with bespoke loan documents. So we standardized all the documents, we standardized the process. And of course, that delivers a much lower cost to the borrower or the client. And what ultimately our goal is to be advancing all businesses in Australia's R&D, so they don't have to wait that 15 to 18 months or thereabouts to receive their funds. And the absolute goal is to get them to continue to borrow from us on a quarterly basis and then reinvest that money that they've borrowed from us into their project, which can obviously, if you are doing that and you are doing it in sort of fashion that we promote, it can mean that your project can be larger, which is great. You've got more money to spend. It can mean, on the flip side to that, it can mean that you spend less money to achieve the same outcome. And for businesses which are early stage or, obviously all businesses are careful of their equity, it means you have to give away a lot less equity in the form of other venture capital style arrangements from an equity raise. It seems to be, and we seem to have not hit on a nerve, but we seem to have hit a really nice little niche where we're unlocking an asset which a lot of businesses didn't necessarily know that they had obviously on the books, and didn't know there was a way to access that faster than the traditional government lodgement process.
Cool. So if I assume that a startup a company would sign up with you and they go through the general sort of financing arrangements. So once they do a quarter worth of R&D, so the first quarter, and they give you some documentation, how long until they can get funds in their bank account?
Yeah, so that's one of the main things that we focus on is that speed that we can get the client through that process. So typically they'll engage with us as the lender, and then they'll also engage with an accountant or a trusted advisor to write a comfort letter, which basically details all the information that we need to see to lend to that client. That is then provided to us. And when we generate effectively a suite of documents, all of the documents the business will have access to, or the accountant will have access to. Really sort of simple stuff. That's lodged with us. We then send off that package to the funder. We use the platform to do that, and that approval process we shoot for 48 hours, which we're meeting that, which is great. And then the business is they then sent electronic loan documents. They get onto that and they do that really quickly, which is done through time, very quick and simple. They can have the funds deposited or lodged into their account within 72 hours. So we have had clients engage with us at the start of the week and have money at the end of the week. That's the fastest. We have seen, and that's, you look at other people who are doing similar things in the market to us, and they're taking 6 to 8 weeks or even more, because they're doing it all, bespoke, and it's a very different process to us. So standardizing it has meant we're able to do it cheap and very, very fast.
Cool. All right. That sounds like an awesome solution for startups. Thanks, David, for your time.
No problems. Thanks.